Eh,
I'm already making mistakes early, but I think it's okay. Oh god damn! Of course I'm making a mistake early.
I figured this is technically Twilight's video
I
too.
just expected you because every time I'm like, go, you always start the intro first. But okay. Hello, everyone. This is Twilight Akami and delayed intro.
Hello everyone, this is Luke Shed King. Welcome back.
Hello, this is Warren Fox Sukin, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Today is going to be a little theory video that hopefully won't take too long, but since there isn't really much to actually try and theorize, though since it's me and Twilight in the call, adding in commentary and opinions from Wanda and Satsuki, you might be here for a while.
Yeah, so the name of the game this time, and hopefully not an hour-long game, is FNaF 5. I can't say the shortened version to save my fucking life.
FNaF,
4.
yes.
And pretty much today is going to be about the nightmare animatronics.
Or what we can immediately presume to be the nightmare animatronics, due to the fact that what we've seen from the last two pictures that Scott Calcone has set up on his website. The first one having been the oh so spooky looking Freddy animatronic.
He has heads coming out of his chest.
Yeah, and he has mouths covering most of his stitches.
Not to mention all of them except for he actually has 5 fingers, which in every other game he's had 4.
Yeah, that's what makes it even more. That's what even makes it even spookier. But you want to know something that interests me the most? The release date.
You mean how it's Halloween this year?
Yep.
The funniest part is that coincides with us all cosplaying as Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. So
Exactly. Now, this first picture interests me a multitude of reasons because, well, we have this
Skype.
new
God damn you.
nightmarish, demonic-looking Freddy holding Freddy's hat.
But it's not regular Freddy's hat. If I may pop in with this, because again, I've watched actually other theory videos of this.
No, you're right. It's not any other Freddy's hat. It's literally his own version. But
Nope, it's Golden Freddy's.
what?
It's Golden Freddy's hat.
Oh wait, yeah, there are the wires.
No, it's not the wires that make it Golden Freddy's hat. It's the fact that it's shaped just like Golden Freddy's hat. Because Freddy's hat is normal and is like a straight top hat, while
Do you even know what a top hat looks like? Like a regular top hat?
yes, I know what a fucking regular top hat looks like, Shy King.
Ooh.
Thank you, Wandering, for the background support. What I'm trying to say is, as 8-Bit Gaming confirmed, the hat that Nightmare Freddy is holding is Golden Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
Because Golden Freddy's hat is pinched more down the bottom. Regular Freddy's is just fucking straight. And please remember, this is not a real top hat. This is a fucking animatronic top hat. So so it's gonna be plastic.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to the second picture now.
Yeah, Freddy's house is getting more better. One more thing, trimmed.
Moving on to the second picture is what most people is a relatively blue freaking pictured over of what people can immediately assume to be Freddy, with the words of "Was it me?" And then again at the bottom the bottom right hand corner, I'm sorry. I always forget which side, which hand is on. It's weird. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways, the bottom right hand corner, I believe, is the exact same date from the previous one. And in this little picture, we just see we just see like your regular nightmaring lookish creature. I should say your run of the mill nightmarish creature, freaking um, just like help me out here. I don't even know how to describe this. I don't even know how to describe this monstrosity.
We're looking at Nightmare Bonnie, correct?
Well, that's just it. We're looking at Nightmare Bonnie, yes, but at the same time, most people believe it to be Springtrap.
Unfortunately, that's not true due to his color. That is Nightmare Bonnie, not Nightmare Springtrap. Because because the Nightmare animatronics already look like Springtrap.
Springtrap's face is structured differently. Bonnie's is more flattened, not flattened, but pointed out more.
Mm-hmm.
You say. Well, the only question I have for this is, what is this little title screen supposed to mean? Was it me? I mean, are they referring to the murderer? And what also really grabs my attention is the two rows of teeth you immediately see upon seeing this little picture. Not only that, he kind of has this whole like Edward Scissorhands thing going for him.
Yeah, that more reminds me of Donnie Darko's Bunny.
Not familiar with that one actually.
So sick. No wait.
Okay. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But it's.
Now, something that I think a lot of people at this point have already know, since these teasers have been out for a while now. What just so happened to be the fact that Scott Calthorne is never one to just give you something and it's literally what you get.
It's always something more.
Always something more. And for many of the people, the phrase community, God bless you.
Thank you. Every time you say Freddy, I end up sneezing.
If you brighten both pictures, you will find the word nightmare in them, which immediately goes to why which is immediately why our dear friend Twilight Okami is saying these are nightmare animatronics. So
Besides the fact that they're super exaggerated in it, and it's just like, when did Foxy become like a snake demon thing? Yee.
You haven't even seen Foxy yet.
I have.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
That actually brings me to my next point, though.
I have because I saw the speed paints.
Alright. Well, here's the thing. If you were to keep the picture on its default, you would kind of sort of see Freddy. You would see Freddy's face. If you were to ignore everything else, you would more so see Freddy's face in that very first picture. In the second picture, the wasn't me. You would see Freddy's face if you kept that on its neutral position. If you brighten the picture, you get the ear that's hidden, and you get to see more of the actual body, which immediately makes you see Bonnie. Now, here's something that I saw in a video. If you darken the picture, you see something quite interesting. While normally you see in the brightened version Bonnie and the neutral version Freddy, in the darkened version, what looks to be Foxy.
I wonder if you saturate it if you get Chica. But I'm dumb.
That'd be a little weird, only because the muzzle would kind of turn off the whole illusion to that. But here's why this particular little thing interests me. Because when you think about it, was it me can mean a multitude of things. And by looking at the same picture 3 different ways, you get 3 different versions of the image. Foxy, Bonnie, and Freddy. Now, was it me for Foxy could mean immediately the
Byte of
byte of
87,
87.
which is all over every picture's binary code.
Yeah, there's that too. But then again, but on in that same thought, was it me? What could that mean for Foxy, for Freddy, I'm sorry, and Bonnie? Me personally, I can't really think of anything that happened specifically in the storyline that had to do with Freddy and Bonnie, except for the Springtrap thing, which was Golden Bonnie, and then what we originally, and the.
Well, to be honest, for this part, everyone's saying that the wasn't me pertains to only one thing, and that is the byte of 87. Most people believe that the wasn't me pictures are each animatronic, like taunting you, saying, "Was it me who caused the bite? Was it me?" Kind of reflecting on that thing that was in the first one but never answered. Like how in our other video we stated that Foxy or Mangle couldn't have done the bite because their muzzles are too long and teeth too sharp.
Right. Which we kind of find out is not necessarily the truth.
To be fair, Foxy's jaw is too small and too long to have caused it in that state in his 87 year.
Yeah.
Maybe the Foxy from the 1991.
Wait a tick.
This just reminds me, actually. What is it that is always said on Foxy's sign?
It's me.
And what is it saying here?
Was it me?
Doesn't that make you... Doesn't... I mean, in context, wouldn't that immediately make people think, oh my god, it's Foxy. Foxy was the one who caused the bite of 87.
True, that would be it, and that's what most people still think. But
That was done.
No.
That could... You're right, though. It could mean a multitude. It could mean a multitude of different things, which is what scares me. Although what also scares me are these other freaking pictures for the Nightmare animatronics. Now you can go into what you were saying.
What I was saying is, mostly when I would see Foxy, I pretty much figured, when he puts "it's me," I kind of figured because, as we remember, Golden Freddy has that message pop up with him as well.
This is true. In the hallucinations of Game 1.
And, the thing is, I was always figured that Foxy and, like, Golden Freddy are, like, a little bit in cahoots. And then he puts it there to throw you off, and just enough so he can get into the room and, murder you.
Well, I cannot agree with that.
Well, yeah, I know, I didn't really expect anyone to do that. It's just, I can't see any reason or any following of why Foxy would put "it's me."
Currently, I'm actually looking through some of the nightmare pictures, and I'm looking at this one for Chica, and it's probably just a fan art, but it says who was it? Then it has Chica with an open mouth, same styling hand. The hand is actually styled the exact same way as the hand in
Yeah, that's fan
second.
art.
Yeah, in the second one. Okay, so it is a fan art. I figured as much, but the
Yeah, I
style.
know all four of the actual images. Chica's the only one whose hand does not show. Technically, Foxy's does, but he has a hook, so, you know.
Yeah, well, hope for a hand. He is a bloody pirate.
Yeah. But yeah, so that,
Alrighty. Oh wait, I think I know which is the actual. I think I know what the actual one is.
it'll have, believe it or not, Chica has her cupcake on her shoulder.
Yeah,
And you have, that's the real one.
yeah, that's the real one. I figured as much. But you gotta love the fact that people come up with actually manage to come up with fan art for this shit almost immediately, and it's just as spooky as the original.
Five Nights at Freddy's has one of the best fan bases so far. But
Yeah.
we're not here to talk about the fan base.
No, we're not. We're here to try and figure out. We're here to theorize, and a theory I have is immediately, which is kind of obvious, this is going to be a more nightmarish and scary version of the games. I repeat, that's kind of obvious, but still, it just kind of makes me wonder: are we only dealing with the four originals, or are we getting everyone back? Which honestly really answers my own question with, why the hell are you thinking this? Just to be fair, why bring the toy back? Why bring the toys back? There would be no purpose to
Because
that.
in '87, the toys were there.
Very true, but at the same time, you also have to remember, it's still Bonnie, Chica,
And Freddy.
Freddy, and Foxy. Even if they may have different names, different styles, it is always the same four.
Yeah, I gave the toys all their own kind of names that are close to the originals, but different, so we can tell them apart.
Very true.
Except for Mango. We don't need to even tell Mango apart, because...
Yeah. Very true. You know, I'm looking at the Chica picture, and I got two things to say to this. One, creepy ass cupcake. Like, how the hell can you make a cupcake look weird? Dear Lord, people. That and 3 sets of teeth. That's very disconcerting.
And they're very sharp, and they're all pointed inward like a shark.
Yeah. Yeah. I repeat, very disconcerting.
Do you have anything to say on this wondering? Because you're kind of quiet.
Yeah.
More. Hmm.
Are you going to play this game?
They all have a with and me, right? Right? Do they? Or no?
What do you, what was your question?
Do they all have was it me in their picture?
Actually, yes.
All of them do. All of them say isn't me, except for Foxy, because Foxy has one more word added to it, and his is or is it me?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Actually, I think it wasn't. It's not is. I think it's was.
Yeah, was it me? Each one has that, and it's picture, and it gives you the nightmarish versions of each animatronic.
To be honest, his picture kind of makes it so that it seems like there'd only be 4 animatronics, so I can roll out the toys.
Yeah, definitely doesn't add the toys. Definitely is not adding the toys though. So, what's Foxy's picture supposed to look like?
Yeah.
It's a side shot of his face with his tongue out, all snake-like.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I mean,
Yeah, there it is.
it's just all these nightmare animatronics. I mean, what's the point of having them?
Well, most people say that this time it's going to be the memories of the victim of the bite of '87.
So we're gonna be seeing it from. So we're gonna be seeing it from the victim's point of view.
Maybe, perhaps that's what people were thinking.
Oh, well, I can't say that wouldn't be interesting to see.
Hmm.
I'm probably gonna not be able to fall asleep after seeing these.
Yay!
Yeah, yeah. Physically, I can, consciously, I can handle it. Subconsciously, it scares the ever living shit out of me. Still, though, each one says wasn't me, while Foxy says, or was it me? That phrase itself could mean basically, or as in, you know, I'm the last person in this listing, or it could mean, or was it really me that really caused the bite?
To be honest, I don't think it'd be Foxy because it's too straightforward of an answer.
It is too straightforward, but you know what? Sometimes the most simplest answers are those that are straightforward.
I know, but Scott has never really done that much straightforward.
No,
Even though it does give the reason why Foxy was shut down, it doesn't add to the fact that in '87 he wasn't even part of the restaurant anymore. Therefore, he wouldn't have been shut down in the first game.
it's true, actually. Huh.
I got my Five Nights at Freddy's skill cranked up to 20.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm in my brain right now is 20 debunk mode.
Yeah, of course you would make that joke.
Always.
Uh, but I honestly don't know. Like, this is intriguing to me, and when it comes down to my Five Nights at Freddy's knowledge, none of this, none of this is actually making any sense to me. Like, the
This is why we needed This is why we needed Fredbear's Family Diner and actually actually in gameplay.
uh, true, but at the same time, you really want to go through freaking Fredbear's Family Diner?
There's only one animatronic there. We dealt with Springtrap.
No, actually, it was the original Golden Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
It was the second look. It was after the whole. It was after they sold Fredbear's name was sold to Fazbear Entertainment. Did they add in Springtrap, or
I
rather,
know.
it was added in the Springtrap suits? I know, but just for my.
And they're called It's not a Springtrap suit. It's a Spring Crank suit because
I know, but I have to call them Springtrap suits, otherwise my brain just shuts down. I can't think of the actual names. It's weird. Mm. On the plus side, though, we know that we're going. On the plus side, though, from these pictures, we can tell that that what we're dealing with is going to be the original 4 animatronics. The downside to that is they're going to be very, very, very
warped and twisted.
yeah, warped and twisted, and creepy as all get the fuck out.
And I love how our guest commentator is like silent.
I know, right? What I want to know is where the hell is the puppet? Because the puppet is supposed to be the one that basically gave life to these 4. But, you know.
I think. Yeah, shut the door, bro. I think they're just gonna go forward in time.
from the looks of it, yeah, it would be them just going forward in time.
Going forward from 3, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a that's a good thought, but in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we saw the original 4 get dismantled. I still am a little bit peeved as to why they turned Bonnie blue and made Toy Bonnie there instead of regular Bonnie, but eh.
Yeah, because it got burnt down. And who's not to say that they're just going to do the same thing they did in 3 all over again? Especially since it's on Halloween.
And that's right. I mean, who's to
A
say
day of
that
Fright.
who's to say that this next game is going to be based? I mean, it debuts on Halloween, so who knows? Maybe the setting itself is Halloween, and the nightmare animatronics are supposed to be, kind of horror attractions.
Just, the whole marionette thing. I think it's to the point where they don't need the marionette anymore. Because it's been like, how long has it been?
30 years for them.
Yeah, over 30 years.
Well, I would agree with you if I didn't know knowledge on spirituals. If I didn't know not if I didn't know knowledge on demonism and spirits. And unfortunately, I do. So before I go into that whole spiel, let me just say this simply, as at the end of the third game, on the good ending, the spirits disappear. And at the end, and when you get to the end screen after the credits, the heads of the suits, as well as Golden Freddy, is missing. The lights inside of the heads of the suits are gone, which means that the spirits no longer inhabit the bodies.
Yeah, but what's not to say that they're going from the bad ending?
This is true. However,
Because most people actually get the bad ending because not everyone knows how to do all the secret mini games correctly.
There'd be no point in just.
see that last one with the whole. Let me click in the weird. Let me click in the weird phone number tile bullshit.
Yep.
Matt Pat was so salty about that, by the way. That was the funniest thing in the world. It was the first time I ever seen him get angry while on a recording. Awesome. But back to our point. Yeah, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If we kind of take out the whole, you know, FNaF 4 has been discontinued, FNaF 4 is confirmed, these nightmare animatronics don't exist. Let's just take that out of the equation real quick and go to the end of the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 game.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, even getting the good ending, you have the
5 heads.
you have the good ending. You have the 4 heads, and the lights are gone, and Golden Freddy is nowhere to be seen. And I said the lights are off already, right?
Yes, you did say the lights are off.
Right, sorry. But thanks to Markiplier, if you see the ending of his Five Nights at Freddy's 3 video, the very last one, after he gets the good ending, when all the heads are out, you wait until after his little video montage thing is over. You come back to the back of the screen, to the head screen, and you hear this. You hear the sound that the marionette makes, or I don't even know what the hell to call it. You hear the sound, and the lights in the heads slowly glow back on. And then it moves to something, and then it moves, well, it gives you a text, and first off, it gives you a text that says, they will know the joys of creation. And then the sound, and then this weird little humming starts, and then the eyes of the animatronic suits glow back on. and then it cuts out after that. So
Mm-hmm.
my theory is, especially that Wandering may be right, that maybe they no longer needed the marionette to keep them holstered to the world, or maybe new spirits have embodied the suits, or maybe, just maybe, the suits themselves developed a consciousness. It wouldn't be the first time that a haunting has infected some. It wouldn't be the first time that some kind of poltergeist or haunting has created a ghost of its own inside of some structure or something. The Flying Dutchman, to most people do not believe, was an actual ship.
That's agreed.
Yeah.
Uh,
And because we have, for record of fact, for anyone who's saying, "Oh, it's just mechanics that are causing this," it is not the mechanics causing this, because Scott has said that everything that's happening in these games is paranormal based.
yeah. So most people would immediately think that, it's a mechanical problem. These creatures are just nothing's wrong here. These things are just wandering around. These things are just wandering around the pizza joint, and they're not trying to kill you. No. Yeah. No. These things are trying to kill you for some ominous reason.
What I find
Oh.
super creepy
Mm-hmm.
is that that no matter what, I don't think it matters, but whatever ending you get, you basically die in night 5.
You don't die.
Then tell me the reason why you don't get a paycheck. Regardless if it burns down or not, you should have gotten a paycheck along with a newspaper clipping.
You don't get a paycheck?
You don't get a
No, you don't get a
paycheck.
picture.
Oh shit! Yeah, no. You don't get a paycheck.
You die. No matter what, the guard you play as in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 dies in the fire with
I
Springtrap.
mean, are we absolutely sure about that? I mean, to be fair, if you were on duty, if you were on duty to, a location that's pretty much under your jurisdiction, it is your fault, basically, to what happened.
Then it would have said in the thing that it's not that it was it was due to someone's failsafe. No, it was said a fire started and that they don't suspect foul play, but they expect it was due to faulty wiring. They didn't say it because the person who was in there wasn't doing their job. That's what they would have said if you were still alive.
So the fire could just be a cover. So the fire itself is just more than likely a system overheating and activating the failsafe. Okay.
What failsafe is setting a place on fire?
Well, maybe failsafe.
No, what happens is night 5, it overheats and sets the place on fire because you're dead.
Yeah, and you can't check it or reboot it because of it. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Failsafe was not.
There is no failsafe in this world that where, oh no, wiring's going wrong. Let me set the building on fire and everything will be okay.
There's no reason to rant.
I will yant. I will yant as much as I want to. Thank you.
Anyways, to be honest, there's not really much we can say. All you can do is pretty much do what I do in any freaking RPG game. Go around in circles.
Circle jerk.
Well, he's not half wrong. Uh,
I'd also, yeah, but to bring it back to Five Nights at Freddy's 4 for a minute,
what
if
do you mean
ever,
for a minute?
yeah, I
But
know.
continue.
I know because this is the whole point of the thing, but we ended up going to Five Nights at Freddy's 3. The thing I want to point out is that the style of the animatronics is a 1987 style. I don't think they moved forward wandering. I think this is actually a step backwards, but I think it's forward from the second game.
Wait, what do you mean the 1980s style?
There's
Yeah.
two styles of the original four. There's the withered, and then there's the normal. The normal is when they're made kid friendly. The withered is how they used to look. Chica had her head like ripped off and had this more pointed beak that she has in the Nightmare one. Foxy had a thinner snout that was longer, different colored, uh, and a different style of hook, and he had more damage on him than his other one, but his jaw still worked. Bonnie's face, however, was missing, and so was his arm. And Freddy pretty much it was a bit more disjointed, that's the word. And his fur was patched differently, and also he was a bit bigger.
Fair.
I don't know say the future because when you look at some of the designs inside of the animatronic, they're more futuristic looking than from how we see things in the 1980s, like Foxy's tongue, for example. Foxy's tongue does not look like any mechanical thing that you would see in the 1980s because it probably would have just been flat due to cheap editing or cheap creation.
Mhm.
And so goes their.
But that actually implies this is all someone's nightmare theory that I spoke of before.
For their nightmare?
Yes, the nightmare theory. The whole entire idea that this game takes place in someone's head. Because the past three games, we've been guards and we saw the truth. The working theory for Five Nights at Freddy's 4 so far is that we're seeing this from the victim of the Bite of 87's point of view. Because they lived. And what we're seeing is a day in their lives after the Bite of 87. And how much we live it constantly.
Let's not just say it's the person from the Bite of 87 finally coming back to end his past. For a sec.
I don't know, I lost all train of thought.
I'm just kidding, because it's just like, what if it's, since this is the final game, and since this is more everyone think it's the Bite of 87, what if it's the person from the Bite of 87 finally coming back to bury his past?
Maybe.
That's not a far off thought, no.
No, it's not. It's not a far off thought at all.
But as we always do, we can talk about this until we're blue in the face and probably won't even get anywhere near close to where it really goes. But I think that what we have thus far is good. I say what we have thus far is pretty good. Nice speaking, anyway.
Yeah.
So, any closing thoughts?
Wandering, you go first since you've only really started theorizing right now.
Snakes on. But let's see. I'm kind of still wonder what the Joy of Creation sticker's about.
Yeah, good news for me is I actually got it in the video.
They may just put the bad and good ending together, but I'm not that bad. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. I do this and I do this and I do that. And then, huh? Nice. I don't know. This is really distraught right now for me.
I think we kind of broke wandering.
No, I think Five Nights at Freddy's broke wandering.
All right, Luke. How about you give your final statements before I give mine? Because mine is kind of ranty.
Well, to say that what we're dealing with well, to start off with, yes, more than likely we're dealing with the original four animatronics that we have all come to know and love in just more demonic, nightmarish forms. Two, this is probably, as Twilight has said, is probably going to be just a slight continuation from where we left off in the second game. That's a possibility. Or we could keep going into the future, or we could be seeing this from the victor's point of view. Or I can just keep continuing using the word "or" to make my words longer. But point being is that I am Shad King. And I am just a ranty motherfucker. Your turn, Twi?
Alright, final thoughts. Again, I still think this is, like, future 87 victim, blah, blah, blah. But, and I know for a fact that it happens between 1 and 2, 4, because of the original animatronics don't exist after 1 ends. Just their parts. And that's their different whatever. People are gonna understand what I mean. If they don't, just ask in the comments, people. Also, one thing I'm gonna say now. Everyone keeps saying that in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that there's a pink guy who murders the first child. This is the only time I'm gonna say this, guys. It's the purple guy. Scott made him a lighter shade of purple that looks pink, so he would stand out against the car. Jeez. Everyone's like, it's a new person. No, it's the purple guy who's lightly pink because he's standing next to a purple car that he would have blended into otherwise. And this is Twilight Okami, and I say, I'm done with you people talking about this. And awkward silence, I'm waiting for the other two to say bye, so goodbye.
This is Order Foxuki, and au revoir.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Geez, next time actually make it sound like you're saying goodbye. I am Shad King, and just remember, FNaF 4 coming out October 31st of this year. Be prepared to be scared shitless, my friends, because damn.
And prepared because that day we're also making cosplays.
Well, hopefully that's still kind of up in the air.
I swear, if you show up with nothing done, I'm throwing something at your head.
Hey, like I said, that's still up in the air, and I am a poor fuck. I do hope you've ended the video at this point.
No.
End the video.